And I just realized that apparently I did not fully press down the button to actually start my microphone, so let me say that again. Welcome back to American Civil War Brothers vs. Brothers. In this episode we will be launching an attack on DC from Richmond, and that'll probably be it for this episode. Because there's no other battles to really fight. We have Perry G.T. Beauregard over here making his way up to Kansas, but that's another 3 turns away. We got the guys up in here in Nashville who are currently waiting to get an actual leader, I believe, since, well, it seems as though they're going to end up becoming an actual army, which was not the initial plan for them to be. So we got Joseph E. Johnston here, who's being recruited over in New Orleans, Louisiana. He's going to make his way up to Nashville eventually. What, 3 turns? Yes, 3 turns. And it's probably going to take him, another 2 or 3 turns to get there. Okay. And yeah, of course we got the guys up in Jackson, Mississippi still being recruited. We're currently recruiting the actual infantry because we don't have any there. And of course we got Robert E. Lee here in Richmond, Virginia, who's going to be leading our attack on Washington, D.C. He just barely has enough range to make it there. He has a 10-stack army against what will be equal to a 1, 2, if I could actually see this properly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. 6 actual army troops, 9 crappy little militia. Well, what should be 9 crappy little militia. So let's go ahead and send Lee into DC. And so we have 1,424 troops deployed against their 910. Let's go ahead and save. You know what? I'll just go and call it Confederate States Battle. And I will see you guys once we get into the battle, because as per usual, if you want to have any actual game audio, aka actually hearing the shots and the cannons, I have to stop recording before I enter the battle. So, one moment. Okay, so game crashed on me in the middle of the battle, so I'll let you guys see what I recorded, but I'm going to go and probably try and play through this battle real quick without recording it. Hopefully it won't crash, and you guys get to at least see the end results. But the little bit of the actual battle that you'll get to see is going to be roughly equivalent to what I plan to do right now. So I will see you guys when I get to the end results screen, because again, for whatever reason, it crashed. I'm not sure why. I don't believe any specific sound played or anything that would justify it crashing on me, but it did. So I will see you guys at the end results screen, or at the battle results screen. So you'll get to see a little bit of what I recorded before it crashed, and then you'll get the end results screen, which obviously will not be 100% representative of what really happened, or the battle you'll see will not be 100% representative of the actual end results screen. But what do you expect? When the game, for some stupid reason, crashes on you, not much I can do about it. So, yeah, I'll see you at the end results screen, as I said. Okay, hello, and welcome to the actual battle. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to see our line. Where is it? Here it is. It doesn't help that it's the middle of winter, apparently. I don't know why the game is overlapping the ends of the artillery here. We've got these guys right next to one another, and I'm sorry, game, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. Are we able to deploy on the side over here? Yes, we are. Wonderful. Put the general in the back. Take the infantry. Find our line. And you would think this would help protect you, but knowing this game, that's not going to be the case. I want to say these guys are crap at firing over terrain, so I'm not going to unlimber them right where they are. I'm going to, once I end deployment, I'll move them up a little bit, and that'll hopefully get them to be in a decent position. And there goes the game again, trying to overlap them. I thought I grabbed all of the infantry, but apparently I didn't. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and say, fuck it, all of you guys are to charge headlong to your deaths right there. You guys... I mean, you guys can dismount at least. That's nice. You're not really gonna do much good? At all? I mean... even getting the artillery in place to make a big old hole in the side of the fort isn't going to do me much good. And these things are apparently not that great. You guys just keep on running. Do not rout, please. I'll tell you guys to... come on, hurry up and get the cannons ready. Okay, did you guys really miss with some of those shots? Okay, no. You, fire on them, you. I want you to hit the guys on the ramparts. Whatever the hell they're called, something like that. I'm gonna tell you guys to head over here, actually. You're gonna run there, dismount, climb up, and... well, probably do diddly squad in reality, but hey, it's something, hopefully. And while I would prefer to tell my guys to fire on this, dirt's apparently decent. Oh, crap. See, 1% damage. Let's just keep running. You're going to be fighting very tired. The enemy's going to be fresh, but hey. When you're not able to actually reasonably knock out the dirt because reasons. Aha! One of their artillery is wavering. Okay, we're gonna send our tired cavalry to... I don't know why why the enemy's exhausted. They really shouldn't be. They haven't done anything yet. Aha! The enemy's abandoned the walls. Okay, no, don't... no. You idiots. You guys, go for the melee on them. Are you guys literally going through the walls? Okay, these guys are broken. Climb back up. Or I guess not back up, but climb. No, those are the rocky ones. Okay. You guys, get up there. You guys, fire when ready. Easiest way to play it. Move into position to start firing down on the enemy. You guys. I want the artillery to stop firing because they're just going to do more damage than they're going to do good. That I'm certain of. Okay, you guys, right here. I hope you guys know how to climb because you're going to be climbing. Also, I hope you have rifles. You do. Wonderful. You guys can climb, right? I'm gonna take this as a no, you do not know how to climb. Because why would you? No, except for the obvious reasons. Go there. You guys! Fire when ready! Why are you looking... Oh, I wish you guys were a little bit more intelligent. I really wish you were more intelligent sometimes, game. You make me cry sometimes. You know that? Okay, we've captured the walls. Does me no good, really. Oh, now you guys are gonna be blocked because of the idiots who are routing. Wonderful. Go kill that artillery. You, get inside! Forget about that. Those three guys. They're not gonna do anything. No! Damn you, game! Okay, hello subscribers and non-subscribers. So, game crashed in again when I was trying to play it for myself. So, I'm just gonna hit the auto-resolve button. And I did it a couple times real quick to make sure. It gives us the win. And honestly, I'm fairly certain we were going to win when the game decided to crash. I don't know why it crashed. So, yeah. But we're gonna hit the auto-resolve button. We should get the victory, and that's pretty much the way this is going to be. We're going to go into the next turn, spend our money, and then that's going to be it for this episode. Hopefully, this crashing in a battle will be a one-time occurrence and won't happen ever again. Because if it does, then the series is just going to end up needing to be ended prematurely. Or, we'll have to auto-resolve every battle, which means me just making 20-stack armies and not fighting any battles, which I don't think is enjoyable to watch. So, in the end, if the crashing in the middle of battle becomes a constant thing with this series, I'm just gonna end it prematurely. So, auto-resolve, victory. Looks like Lee got the trait Brave Soldier, good for him. Okay, so we captured DC. Let's go ahead and repair the court. Our units are... Oh, I got no money to heal them. Also, exempt DC from taxes, so they chill out. Let's go ahead on to the next turn. I will still let you see the battle. But, yeah, because it, for whatever reason, decided to crash on me. And it crashed on me again, like I said, when I was trying to play it just to get to the end result, or to the battle result screen. So, yeah. End the turn. Let the US do its thing. Kinda looks like they just abandoned Kentucky. Yes. Yes, in fact, they did. Workers on strike in Maryland. Okay, here we go. So we have another Chronicles thing here. So Chronicle, I Wish I Was in Dixie. I Wish I Was in Dixie is a popular song about the southern states. It was allegedly composed by musical performer Danielle Emmett, a northerner from Ohio, and was first published in 1859. Emmett's blackface minstrel show Trope debuted the song that same year in New York City, and it became an immediate hit. As with other minstrel show numbers, the song was performed in blackface and in exaggerated black English accents. The song proved extremely popular and became widely known simply as Dixie, becoming the unofficial anthem of the Confederate States of America. The origin of this nickname remains obscure. According to a Dictionary of Americanisms on Historical Principles, 3 theories most commonly attempt to explain the term. The word Dixie refers to privately issued currency from banks in Louisiana. These banks issued $10 notes labeled Dix, French for 10, on the reverse side, and became known as Dixies by English-speaking Southerners in the area around New Orleans, and the French-speaking parts of Louisiana became known as Dixieland. Eventually, usage of the term broadened to refer to most of the southern states. The word preserves the name of a Mr. Dixie, a kind slave owner on Manhattan Island, where slavery was legal until 1827. His rule was so kindly that Dixie's Land became famed far and wide as an asylum bound in material comforts. Dixie derives from Jeremiah Dixon of the Mason-Dixon line, which defined the border between Maryland and Pennsylvania, and, for the most part, free and slave states. Alabama is nicknamed the Heart of Dixie due to its geographical location within the region. Okay, built some buildings, got some units. At this point, we can just march on Kentucky with no resistance whatsoever. They lost their actually not their capital, I forgot. For whatever reason, Philadelphia was still their capital here. Because the guys that made the mod said Philadelphia has to be the capital. Because Washington, D.C., Maryland is not a 6-building slot, region. So, yeah, Philadelphia is, for whatever reason, the capital of the U.S. here. Let's go ahead and tell you, continue on your march up to Kansas. We're going to go ahead and take this army. We're going to tell them to head into Frankfurt. We shall auto-resolve. We shall repair it. Kentucky doesn't appear to mind us, which is interesting. It's fine with me. The DC's still pissed off. Let's go ahead and tell our units here to repair. Let's recruit a couple of units here because I don't like that army there. I mean, granted, it wouldn't be able to take Richmond, but let's build a couple infantry, you know. Some basic state militia. We'll go with 3. That should be fine. More than enough, in fact. And let's go ahead and quickly get our buildings done, and then that'll be it for this part. I'll possibly go on to the next turn before actually ending the part, but I'm trying to find things that are actually worth upgrading, for one thing. Oh yes, I got 2 armies here now of the Union sitting in Kentucky, which was taken with, oh my god, the US. So, this is a similar thing that happened when I was playing as the Union in my last series of this. In that one, the South, or the Confederacy, sold, I think it was Lower Texas. I think they sold it to the Netherlands. Well, the US just decided to sell St. Louis, Missouri to the United States of Colombia. So, to Colombia. Yeah. I'm not sure why, but they did. So guess what that means? We're going to have to declare war on Colombia in the future to take Missouri. Because for some stupid reason, the U.S. sold Missouri to them. I mean, really? I'm not sure if that's an issue with... I'm not sure if there's something in the mod that makes the AI say, I need money, let me sell some territory of mine to this foreign country that is in the middle of nowhere and probably has no military of its own for the most part. All because I just need money. I'm not sure what the logic is here. Because again, the Confederacy did it as well when I was playing as the Union. They sold, again, I think it was Lower Texas to the Netherlands. For some reason. And I can't say I've ever seen the AI do anything stupid like this when playing base Empire Total War. So I can only assume there's something in the coding of the mod that's causing the AI to say, I need money, let me sell a territory to some random foreign country. And I'm pretty sure Missouri is a region that the US needs to hold to win. I mean, they're not going to win if they continue selling their territories. It just means I'm going to have to declare war on some other random country that I don't really care to go to war with. But yeah, so we're going to have to declare war, I think. Let's go and check that real quick. For one thing, is Missouri an important thing for us? Yes, it is. In fact, Missouri is the only other state, well, region, that we have to own to win. At least looking at this, it is. So there's a total of 12 regions, or excuse me, 13 regions that we have to own to win no matter what. And then I have to take 2 extra territories. So I have all of the ones that are needed except for Missouri. So, next episode, we will be declaring war on the United States of Colombia, sending a good friend here, Thomas J. Jackson Stonewall. Well, Thomas J. Jackson, nicknamed Stonewall Jackson, along with his army of Mississippi volunteers and some cavalry and 12-pound Napoleons to take St. Louis, Missouri. Then we will proceed to take a couple extra territories, and we will win. Based off the way this is looking, we'll probably win within, like, well, 2 or 3 parts. It's going to be a short series, it seems. Because, yeah. I mean, if the U.S. had held on to Missouri, the war would probably go on for a little bit longer. But they sold it. To a country that can't do diddly squat, I'm sure. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and continue with our whole building up our military stuff real quick. So let's go ahead and continue with the upgrades. Get these out of the way. DC, you're going to upgrade to a state house so that people can chill out. Because they're pretty upset that they are now being controlled by the Confederacy. Let's go ahead over here and block trade with a single ship. Won't do much good, but it's something. And no point in upgrading that because it would probably get burned down. Because I have 2 Union armies sitting around in my territories. You say there's something to upgrade? Oh yes, okay. There are some things to upgrade here. Could upgrade the barracks. Don't really care to. Or I can upgrade the state house, which gives me more money and +2 to repression in the region, which will get these guys to chill out a little bit more. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll do that. I think I'll upgrade the, what is it? The governor's residence to a state house. Okay, so that is it for this episode. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna order this. So I think what I will do is I'll have the first section before the battle, and then before we go into the battle, I'll have the section where I talk about the first crash, and then I'll show the battle, And then I'll do the second thing where I talked about the fact that it crashed again. And then I'll go into auto-resolving and doing all of this. And then that'll be the end of the episode. It's a very, very funky format. Not the format I prefer. I prefer the starting, pre-battle, do the battle, then post-battle, end episode. Not this, you've got like 20 different parts, well, 5 different parts that are all just kind of stuck together. But that's what we're going to have to do. So, go ahead and end the turn. And then we'll end the episode. See? See? I told you they'd burn things down. I don't want to attack, game. You're probably just going to crash on me if I do. So we'll decline. Okay, well, this would let me knock out one of these guys, so we'll auto-resolve that real quick. So, enemy raid! Woohoo! More enemy raids. More buildings constructed. Workers rioting in Maryland still. Some more chronicles. We'll look into those afterwards. New port in the Carolinas. A new town emerges in Kentucky. It's Lexington. Okay, we'll read this chronicle and end the episode. So, divisions in the South. Residents of the western counties of Virginia do not wish to secede, along with the rest of the state, which causes many communities and family members to openly declare their loyalties, and local volunteers flock to fight for both the Union and the Confederacy. On June 8th, the state of Tennessee declares for the Confederacy, despite retaining strong Union sympathies in the eastern countries, or eastern counties. Is the last state to secede from the Union due to a combination of political maneuvering and Union military pressure. 4 other slave states, Delaware, Kentucky, Maryland, and Missouri, decide to stay with the Union despite also holding divided loyalties. The Union states. 33 states remain loyal to the Union. These are California, Connecticut, Delaware, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Wisconsin. During the war, Nevada and West Virginia join as new states of the Union. Tennessee and Louisiana are returned to Union military control early in the war, become bitterly contested. Colorado, Dakota, Nebraska, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Washington fight on the Union side but are seen as territories rather than states. Several slave-holding Native American tribes support the Confederacy, giving the Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, a small but bloody conflict as Union troops continue to enforce U.S. policy against the Indian tribes throughout the war. Some of you might be wondering, wait, how did the Union manage to take Louisiana fairly early in the war? That's because the the Union had the idea of essentially a giant naval blockade that kind of swooped around the entire nation, and one plan was to basically split the Union around the Mississippi River. So, easiest way to do that, for one thing, you kind of need Louisiana if you want to take control of the Mississippi River properly, because of where it ends. It goes right into the Gulf over here. So it's probably a good idea to hold the Mississippi, or to hold Louisiana if you want control over the Mississippi River. So, that's kind of the reason why, I guess, that's the easiest way to describe why Louisiana was taken early in the war. That really screwed over the ability for the South to ship anything out to Europe, which, of course, wrecks the economy for them. And so, yeah. That is going to be it, though, for this episode. I will see. Well, let's go ahead and tell this guy to continue moving up towards Kansas. Now we'll end the episode. So I will see you guys next time, but until then, goodbye and farewell. And hopefully, the game won't have a crashing fit in the future. Although, I'm not really holding out hope for that right now. But nonetheless, that is it for this episode. As always, like, favorite, comment, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys next time. But until then, Goodbye and farewell.